and welcome to Hebrew Bible Secrets with your host, Rabbi Beaton. We're reading today from the book of John, starting at chapter 13. John, chapter 13, verse 1. 1. Now before the Moed, celebration of the mercy, salvation and Passover, when Yeshua knew that his hour had come, that he should depart out of this world, to the Av, having loved his own which were in the world, he loved them to the end. 2. And supper being ended, the devil having now put into the heart of Yehuda of Queriath, Judas Iscariot, Shimon, Simon's son, to betray him. 3. Yeshua, knowing that the Av had given all things into his hands, and that he had come from Elohim and went to Elohim. 4. He rose from the supper, and laid aside his garments, and took a towel, and girded himself. 5. After that he poured mayim, water, into a basin, and began to wash the disciples' feet, and to wipe them with the towel wherewith he was girded. 6. Then comes he to Shimon, Kepha, Simon, Peter, and Kepha said to him, Master, Adonai, Lord, are you going to wash my feet? 7. Yeshua answered and said to him, What I do now, you know not, but you shall know hereafter. 8. Kepha said to him, You shall never wash my feet. Yeshua answered him, If I wash you not, you have no part with me. 9. Shimon, Kepha said to him, Master, Adonai, Lord, not my feet only, but also my hands and my head. 10. Yeshua said to him, He that is bathed needs only to wash his feet, but is completely clean, and you are clean, but not all. 11. For he knew who should betray him, therefore he said, You are not all clean. 12. So after he had washed their feet, and had taken his garments, and was sat down again, he said to them, Know you what I have done to you? 13. You call me Rabbi and Master. You say well, for so I am. 14. If I then, your Master and Rabbi, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. 15. For I have given you an example that you should do as I have done to you. 16. Verily, verily I say to you, the servant is not greater than his master, neither he that is sent greater than he that sent him. 17. If you know these things, happy are you if you do them. 18. I speak not of you all. I know who I have chosen, but that the scrolls may be fulfilled. He that eats lechem, bread, with me has lifted up his heel against me. 19. Now I tell you before it come, that when it is come to pass, you may believe that I am. 20. Verily, verily I say to you, he that receives whomever I send receives me, and he that receives me receives him that sent me. 21. When Yeshua had thus said, he was troubled in Ruach, spirit, and testified and said, Verily, verily I say to you, that one of you shall betray me. 22. Then the disciples looked on to each other, worried of whom he spoke. 23. Now there was one leaning on Yeshua's bosom, one of his disciples, whom Yeshua loved. 24. Shimon, Kepha therefore gestured to him, that he should ask who it is of whom he spoke. 25. He then laying on Yeshua's breast, said to him, Master, Adonai, Lord, who is it? 26. Yeshua answered, It is he to whom I shall give this piece of lechem, bread, when I have dipped it. And when he had dipped the piece of lechem, bread, he gave it to Yehuda of Queriath, the son of Shimon. 27. And after the piece of lechem, bread, Satan entered into him. Then Yahshua said to him, "What you are about to do it quickly." 28. Now no man at the table knew for what intent he spoke this to him. 29. For some of them thought, because Yahudah had the bag, that Yahshua had said to him, "Buy those things that we have need of for the Moed celebration," or that he should give something to the poor. 30. Went immediately out, and it was night. 31. Therefore, when he had gone out, Yahshua said, "Now is the Son of Man esteemed, and Elohim is esteemed in him." 32. If Elohim be esteemed in him, Elohim shall also glory him in himself, and shall straightway glory him. 33. Little children, yet a little while am I with you. You shall seek me, and as I said to the Yahudim, where I go, you cannot come. So now I say to you. 34. A new commandment I give ye, that ye love one another, as I have loved ye, that ye also love one another. 35. By this shall all men know that you are my disciples, if you love one another. 36. Shimon Kepha said to him, "Master, Adonai, Lord, where are you going?" Yahshua answered him, "Where I go, you cannot follow me now, but you shall follow me afterwards." 37. Kepha said to him, "Master, Adonai, Lord, why cannot I follow you now? I will lay down my life for your sake." 38. Yahushua answered him, "Will you lay down your life for my sake? Verily, verily, I say to you, the crier shall not blow the shofar till you have denied me thrice." Okay, so that now ends chapter 13. So let's go back and have a look at some of the footnotes in chapter 13. So the first footnote we have is in verse 1. Now before the Moed celebration of the mercy, salvation and Passover, when Yahshua knew that his hour had come, that he should depart out of this world. So let's have a look at this, out of this world. So as the Master Yahshua would depart, he left his protection, mercy, salvation for all to follow, all those that acknowledge the real meaning of Passover. While many today in the churches confuse this with Easter celebrations that were born out of the Roman wrong way to worship. Okay, so let's go to the next footnote, which is in verse 9. Shimon Kepha said to him, "Master, Adonai, Lord, not my feet only, but also my hands and my head." So let's have a look at this. So this was how temple washing was done before worship. Okay, so hands, head and feet were washed before worship, which you can find in the Siddur by Rabbi Samuel Taf. So let's go to the next footnote, which is in verse 14. If I then, your master and Rabbi, have washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. So let's have a look at this. So it's humbling to wash someone's feet. In African culture, to wash someone's feet is considered an extreme act, and pride comes in the way from doing such a thing, as it means to lower yourself to another or to the other. Yahshua taught by example. Okay, so let's go to the next footnote. Which is in verse 34. A new commandment I give ye, that ye love one another, as I have loved ye, that ye also love one another. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So this was not a new commandment. Okay, so it wasn't a new commandment. It was already in the Ten Commandments to love one another, love thy neighbour as thyself. So let's go to the next footnote, which is in verse 36. Shimon Kepha said to him, Master, Adonai, Lord, where are you going? Yeshua answered him, Where I go you cannot follow me now, but you shall follow me afterwards. So let's have a look at this. So in Sheol, of course, a place called paradise. He was not talking about heaven. Okay, so he was talking about going to Sheol, which is paradise, where Abraham is. So that's what he was talking about. So let's go to the next footnote, which is in verse 38. Yeshua answered him, Will you lay down your life for my sake? Verily, verily, I say to you, the crier shall not blow the shofar till you have denied me thrice. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So it says, footnote on the rooster, Matthew 26:75. So let's have a look at Matthew 26:75. So Matthew 26:75, and it reads, And Kepha, Peter, remembered the word of Yeshua, which said to him, Before the crier blows the shofar, you shall deny me thrice. And he went out and wept bitterly. Okay, so we have a footnote for shofar. Okay, and it reads, Blast of a shofar by a watchman, not a farm rooster, as wrongly understood by many. The reading cock crows is wrong. The Greek has been retrofitted incorrectly. Okay, so it wasn't a cock crow, it was the sound of a shofar behind me. You can see the shofar on the books there. Okay, so it's the sound of a shofar, not a cock crowing. So that now brings us to the end of chapter 13. So I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the other side. This is Rabbi Jeremy Beaton saying thank you for watching, and Shalom Shalom. Baruch Shem, Kivod, Malkuto, Leolam Va'ed. Benevolent be the name of his esteemed kingdom, forever and ever and ever. Amen.